Hi guys, and welcome to the 6th episode of Xbox World TV. I'm your newly digitised host Matthew Pellet, and today we'll be sneaking a peek at Spec Ops: The Line, and in the spirit of Skyrim we'll go back to one of Bethesda's greats. But first of all, we're going to be taking a look at Rainbow Six Patriots, Ubisoft Montreal's newly announced shooter, and Mike and Andy are going to talk you through it.
Okay, this is Mike. I'm here with Andy. The following is not actual gameplay footage. That's very important. It's going to be showing you a load of PS3 buttons when you're watching this, like buttons you have to hold, buttons you have to press. But that's because this is the only footage of the game that exists. And guess what? It's not even the actual game. Just swap those buttons in your mind for the buttons you'd find on an Xbox pad, and I'm sure it'll all make sense.
So this is what they call target footage. It's what the game might look a bit like.
Yeah, this is what they're aiming for. When they finish the game, this is what they're hoping it will look like. God, this guy's wife he's done alright for himself, right? But guess what? He's done alright for himself, and that's going to come back to bite him in the ass.
Yeah.
His hot wife, his great baby, his massive
cake.
house, and his tiny cake, and the little kiss he's about to get.
Yeah.
All of that he's going to pay for in the next 6 minutes. It's not going to be a good day for this guy.
It's a comment on capitalism.
Absolutely. It turns out he's like a banker or like an estate agent or something like that. So basically a guy who's profited off of the
What you're saying is he had it coming.
Well, I'm not saying he had it coming. I'm just saying these people who are about to bust through the door. Oh no!
Wow.
Those guys, they think he's got it coming. These guys are the Patriots or the True Patriots or something along those lines.
Oh, so that's interesting. It's a homegrown terrorist group. It's
Yeah.
not foreigners.
No, it's not foreigners. It's not Mexicans like it was in the last Rainbow Six.
So it's guys angry at America. They feel shunned by
They
this.
feel shunned. They've lost their jobs. They've lost their homes. Many of them have lost their wives.
They're going for the whole cultural relevance thing because that's the world today, isn't it? The
Ripped from the
Occupy
headlines,
process.
yes. And just what they're saying is right now is just saying, you're gonna do this job for us. We're gonna kill your wife and your baby, and this is what do you do in a situation? And the game will put you in a situation. That's the plan. Put you in a situation, make you decide what you'll do.
If the animation's anything like this, when the actual game, it's going to be very impressive.
Yeah, I think to be honest, I think they're aiming a little high during some of these sequences. The animations are all too good, too bespoke.
Yeah.
But later on, when you see the combat animations and so on, that looks very gamey, and it looks very. It doesn't look beyond like what you could do. To be honest, it doesn't look like it'd be like anything beyond what those guys are going to be able to produce a year and a half from now. Because we're looking at a game which is coming out in 2013.
Yeah.
This game's a long way off, man, and they got a great team working on it over at Ubisoft Montreal.
Is he you actually physically holding the
You have to be
detonator?
constantly holding the dead man switch. If you let it go, you will
That's
blow
kind
up.
of cool. It's a nice little use of the quick time event. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
I think so too. And these moments will appear all the way through. Of course, as a friend of ours, Tom Francis, commented. PC Gamer's Tom Francis said, interaction is meaningless unless there's some consequence to it.
Yeah.
So just so if the difference between not holding the button and holding the button is win or lose, there's no real interesting consequence there. But in theory, in the final game, there will be important choices you'll make. There'll be moments where someone's defusing a bomb and you make the choice there and then whether to run away or whether to give him the time to defuse the bomb.
Yeah.
Or there's going to be moments like that where you're going to be forced into tough decisions, and that's the game's clever gimmick.
But
otherwise, it's fairly similar to, certainly mechanically, to the last Rainbow Six.
So it still has the same squad-based anti-terror.
There's your
type,
squad on the right, just over there. There's guys marked with the circles. There's squad on the right. This is you're watching over the thing. You're picking your targets, sniping these guys down.
Jumps between characters 24 style then. You'll see different.
It seems so, yes.
From,
it seems that's what they're going for. But I mean, the game seems a long way off. And remember, all the things they had planned for Ghost Recon before, the new Ghost Recon before they started showing it again recently, was very different to what we ended up seeing in the end.
Yeah.
I mean, all of this is very Rainbow Six. The old zip line down the building.
Yeah. The skyline's beautiful, isn't it?
It's great. Yeah. But again, how much can we read from it? It's target footage. Although it doesn't look overly ambitious to me. It doesn't.
No, this looks more gamey,
unreasonable
doesn't
at all.
Yeah. It does look this slightly too fluid. It looks hand animated, whereas the real game will be a bit more.
Yeah,
a bit more gamey.
So.
But if they can pull off this amount of detail. And do you know if it's a new engine or existing tech?
They won't be using Unreal 3 again. We know that Ubisoft didn't really enjoy using Unreal 3 for Rainbow Six Vegas 1 and 2. Rainbow Six Vegas 2 was kind of built from bits of Rainbow Six Vegas 1, so they stuck with the same engine there. But for this new game, they're going to go with a completely different engine.
Yeah.
If you look, they've gone with the similar things like always Ghost Recon and Rainbow Six sharing the same sorts of ideas.
Yeah.
This is that kind of augmented reality thing that the guys in Rainbow Six do, in Ghost Recon do. So he doesn't actually look through it, but it's because his guys up on the ridge can see what's ahead. Check this chick out. Oh, dead.
Oh,
because the guys up on the ridge can see what you can't, they're sending their feed to you, and it's giving you a 3D model of where all these guys are.
Yeah.
It's some geeky future tech for you right there. I tell you what, that crosshair's not final, is it?
No.
So here's the guy. He's been abducted from his home. He's got a bomb strapped to him, and now you're gonna rescue him. He's got the bomb. It's got the kill rage. You're on this bridge. There's hundreds of people nearby, and this is where you make the choice. You know, the bomb's got. Oh, how long's it got? It's going to explode. Well, you're going to find out in a second. There it is, all 27 seconds. Oh dear, it's a fast 27 seconds too.
So you either get rid of him or
you wait to see if what happens. In this case, that guy's not going to have a good day. Bye bye, man.
Oh no.
So yeah, they're going for something a bit kind of gritty, something ripped from the headlines, and otherwise classic Rainbow Six.
At a recent EA event, Xbox World TV cornered FIFA Street's Sid Mishra, who told us all about their footballing spin-off's big reboot.
My name is Sid Mishra, and I'm the line producer on FIFA Street. FIFA Street is, at its heart, kind of built off of the award-winning FIFA gameplay engine. So, you know, in previous FIFA Street franchises, they weren't using the FIFA team, they weren't using the FIFA engine. That's why we consider this sort of a reboot of the franchise, a chance for us to really deliver the first truly quality street football experience. So what we've done is make a more authentic street football game with proper physics that are true to this football sport in general and truer to street football than we've seen in the past. It's all about trying to create a game that, you know, people mimics the way people play around the world. We didn't want to tie people down to maybe one style of play because street football means many things to many different people. So what we wanted to make sure is that we could handle the game within FIFA Street because there's different people who are going to expect a different experience, and that is a bit of a challenge, but something we feel like we've been able to do by offering very cool skill moves and stylish skill moves that would be prevalent in somewhere like Rio. The FIFA Impact engine allows us to create that sort of physicality that you might see in London, and then having easy controls to allow you to kind of pan a guy like you would in Amsterdam. For us, the skill moves is obviously a huge deal for FIFA Street. The idea in FIFA Street is not just being able to pull off a move, but the moves are almost independent tools that you can use to create an even bigger, more sensational skill move, if you will. So being able to chain together in a combo type way 2 or 3 different moves to really kind of show up your opponent or just to look cool. So compared to FIFA, we have like 50 new skill moves that we're putting into the game. And we're, you know, what we consider our sort of street ball control is almost a skill move in itself. It's an accessible one. You hold the left trigger, you move the analog stick, and suddenly you're holding the position of your player but moving the ball around. What this does is allow you to kind of bait the defender by holding the ball forward. Defender comes in. If he mistimes his tackle as you pull the ball back, for example, now you have an option do you want to play it through his legs as he stumbles, or do you want to spin around him to get away from him, or even flick it up and put it over his head. You know, many options coming out of a simple kind of but cool looking skill.
This month's Primer section is all about blocks, lines and inclines. It's our best 5 videos of the month. Our first Primer video is a continuation of last month's Bioshock Dev Diary, and a behind-the-scenes look at the people behind the characters.
With the actors, in the sense that I ideally would like to hire actors and bring them in and say, like, okay, I totally got this figured out, guys. This is just, here's your piece of paper, go do X, Y, and Z. And that's just not the case in this game, because we're doing something that we haven't really done before. So when we start sessions with them, I basically have a bunch of writing I've done, and a bunch of sort of scenes we want to do, and sometimes those scenes end up, they're very prototypical of what we're actually going to end up with. And I basically try to be very honest with them and say, look, I don't really exactly know how we're going to get there. And we just sort of sit around and talk about it, and we record a lot of stuff. We keep the recordings going, we keep the cameras going. The camera's on Courtney's face, so we can get emotional reference from her face as well as her voice.
Elizabeth.
Promise me.
I will stop him.
That is an oath you cannot keep. But promise me that if it comes to it,
You will not let him take me back.
It won't come to that. All right?
The benefits of working with a voice actor directly is, that sort of interactive process. There's a sequence where Troy's berating Courtney to get a certain performance of a moment we needed. And that wasn't just Troy being an asshole. That was, me asking Troy to help get Courtney to an emotional place.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Do you need something to build to it?
I'm thinking. I'm not just ignoring.
How about if he berated you a bit?
A what?
If he berated you a bit? Berated you?
Yeah, sure.
What, what were you doing? What were you thinking?
You
Never
fucking
gonna work.
moron.
You're gonna get us fucking killed.
I like that.
Keep going.
Yeah, Troy, don't be afraid of him.
No, I'm not.
Really
I'm
go
not.
into her.
Yeah.
No, I just don't want you to stop
Fucking child.
Shut up!
It's the Glengarry Glen Ross beating up.
He's so uncomfortable. Keep going.
I don't care if you're uncomfortable or not. Pull it the fuck together. You've either got this or you don't. The fuck were you thinking?
Keep at her, Troy. Keep at her.
No, she's got it. She just needs to fucking focus. Don't fucking laugh!
Okay, you were right. I can't control it. It's not possible.
With what I've seen lately, I wouldn't put a nickel on what's possible. Now, come on. I think it's time we found Comstock, okay?
Can we do it once more?
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Will you yell, you fucking psychopath? You scream at me a little more, and then be nice.
To say, what's it like working with Ken Levine? And I always answer with,